Don't nobody want to hear about it.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First and 10. Watson is going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out. Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 11. After the interception, here's Watson. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Good shit.
Touchdown, Houston. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is. I mean, he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, and even better run for big yardage.
And he's into the clear.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward.
The point after is good, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. Finds an opening past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Faking the give, now Watson. On the crossing route, complete. That's Dean. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now a first down throw. Watson able to, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A nice gain of 21 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Past the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Just throw the ball away, Lowe's.
Fucked
up ass audible you call it.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
His first carry, and now running right through it. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Watson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
Reset. Come back.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big-time play there for the Texans. And even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
They run with Hines, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans will extend their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Christian Covington in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a night.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
To throw is Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 34. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Watson now to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. going to try and throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. And the Texans set to come onto the field. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Steps away to his left. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Come back. Down. Blue 80. Blue 80. Tiger.
They are going for it. Here's Watson sliding out of the pocket. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
Two jet. Tiger.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Throw left side complete. It's Person. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Gun! Detroit!
To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 12. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Off of play action, it's Watson, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there.
Good ass pass, boy.
Heard a coach talk about those late half scores,
Good shit, boy.
Your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point safely through. And it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DJ Reader able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Detroit!
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Looking deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points. I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown. Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too...
And nothing but daylight ahead. 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dante Fowler. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
The Texans send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
And they'll run it here. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. And on the ground they go with a running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action with Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the... They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Jackson from the shotgun. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down. It's done. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Call it 6, maybe 7, but now they're left with 4th down and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They begin the drive with Hines. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Flex round! Flex round!
Back to throw here. Pass incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Where the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a handoff working right. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Detroit!
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Jackson now. And he finds a man on a crossing route. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Hey. 4 down.
Jackson throwing again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Again, Jackson. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. In for the score. And the Jaguars move back within a couple of the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score. And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them. So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2. They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one. I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They run again with Hines. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Dean. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That'll put him at 190 receiving yards now. He's putting on a show. He also has a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Here's Hines. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Now it's Hines, and not much running room. Down to the 32. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have broken the tie.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Detroit!
Back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Houston, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.
No, murder. Hey, what are you talking about? What are you talking? Hold on. Hold on. Let's hear what he got to say. What are you saying, murder?
You got a 5'9" receiver running 96 speed.
That was your tight end that you lost in the free agent. I just picked him up.
Which one?
Parsons. That was your tight end, murder. So you had him, I got him. You hear me, murder? You hear me, murder? That's all legit, right?
Yeah.
That's all legit.
5'9" tight end.
Hey, that was Murder Man.
Killing y'all ass.
That was Murder Man. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, that's Murder Man.
Hey, that was Murder Man. He was in the free agent.
That's murder shit right there.
Hey, that was in the free agent list. I told G-Fence, I bet you that nigga Lil Larry gonna be bitching about this one. That's why, hey, murder. That's why I didn't change his name.
Yeah.
He all legit, right, murder? Huh, murder? He all legit, right? Hey, murder.
I turned him to a tight end.
Wait.
To trade him to a team that needed a tight end.
Get the fuck, man. He been a tight end as long as you get your. Get the fuck out of here, murder. He been a tight end, nigga. He been a tight end. No, get the fuck out of here. He been a tight end in your team for 5 seasons, nigga. Cause Kumar was asking about, we changing niggas to. Nah, come on, murder. Don't even try that one. Come on, murder. Hey, you let. Hey.
Y'all still switching up players and shit.
Hey, Murder. Hey, Murder.
Why you want his old ass?
Hey, because I can use him. And he see I can use him.
What do you do? Let me go to his stats. I'm looking at your line.
Alright, let me see what he did.
What he did today.
Let me see what he did today, Murder.
He kicked ass, huh?
Yeah, he had about 100 yards. 72. 4 for 72. Touchdown.
Man. Stop.
Who the fuck is this calling me? Hello?
Yeah, that's something that you want. You tried to whack me.
I never acquired about a job from your website, sir. I have a career. Thank you. Take me off the phone list.
Hey, man, how many minutes you played, man?
7 minutes, I think it's. Oh, you talking about on the 2K?
I was gonna be a new man. I don't need somebody doing this shit. Only thing about it is, once you get the third quarter, as long as you up by 11 or more, you can quit and get all your stats. You mean Sam? Yeah.
Hey, Murder. Lil Larry. He say on the phone. That was a good game, though.
Oh, you playing Lil Larry?
Yeah, we just played. He won 38-31. That was good. So he's huh? Yeah, he got the W. He was up. He was up for a second. Came back, but I ended up giving up too many big plays. That's all that was. Let me see what this play was here. Oh, that's that bullshit throw. He put that motherfucker on the money, too. Ooh. How the fuck did he catch that? Niggas barreling. Come on, Big Hub. Yeah, because he was like, so don't you remember back in the day, he was like, we changing tight ends to 5'9". That was like 3-4 seasons ago. I told G-Fence, I was like, G-Fence, I see this Murder tight end in the free agent list. I'm going to get this nigga. He going to cause havoc. Murder played with him for about 5 seasons like this. He free now, so it's all mine. The first time Lil Larry seen him, he like, oh hell no, he calling the commissioner. I'm like, no, the commissioner been playing with that motherfucker like that. And now you gonna talk about, oh, I was gonna track. Nah, Murder, he been sitting on your team for the longest, nigga, like that. That's why you laughing, because you know it. hey, Murder, and you know it, nigga. He all legit. He been there his whole career. Right? Nigga, you the one who created it.
I cheat, that don't mean you cheat.
Hey, I didn't cheat. I just picked the nigga up on the free agent list. I picked him up on the free agent list. He was free.
No, that nigga wasn't no cheat. No, he was one of them niggas who got drafted that was a bum with just had speed, so I said, I gotta do what I gotta do to keep up with the Jones.
Hey, he there. I got him. Nigga, 80. He at 84 tight end.
Hell no. 5'9", huh?
Hey, this bullshit here, man. Oh, that was me. That was a good breed right there. That was a good play right there. I don't know how the fuck they threw that ball like that, dog.
Well, stay there.
That shit was all over too.
Hey, I'm matched up on fast break.
What's that? Hey, he was out, boy. Oh, look at me on this motherfucker. That's me controlling the computer. Damn, controlling the fucking joystick. Put him out of position. Ooh, then he ran into a block. Mm.
Where you want the shot go, bro? It's cold.
Too many interceptions, Lowe's. This nigga wide open, dog. Low ball.
Why wouldn't you play? What's wrong with him? Oh, okay. All right, I was watching Logan. What's his name? I'm just sitting there.
Man, who sent me an invite? Let me see who that was. I had another game, I think. Who the fuck is Chuck Tools?
who I just got off the phone with. He said he in the port.
Yeah, I'm 40.
No, he said he in the port.